A very good morning, students. I, Asad Patel, welcome you to study from home. Today I am going to teach you chapter number 3, Our Changing Earth for Class 7 Geography. In the previous classes, I told you nothing is permanent, but change is permanent. Okay, we have two type of forces. We have two type of forces, that is endogenic force and another is exogenic force. Now endogenic forces take place inside the earth and exogenic means on the surface of earth. Endogenic forces. Now come to the endogenic forces. Endogenic forces also have two types. One is sudden movement and another is slow movement. Exogenic means forces are like flowing river, wind, sea wave and glacier. Now I told you the endogenic exogenic forces. Now let's begin major landform. The landscape is being continuously worn away by two processes, weathering and erosion. Weathering is a breaking up the rocks on the earth's surface. Okay, weathering is a exogenic force. Okay, it is breaking up of a rocks on the earth's surface. Now rock is breaking down. Okay, not sudden but it is slowly breaking down. Erosion is a wearing away of the landscape by different agent like water, wind and ice. Okay, removal of top layer of earth. Okay, erosion. Now erosion means removal of a top layer of earth by water, wind and ice. Now how water remove top layer of our earth? Like flowing river. Okay, flowing river can cause removal of a top layer, sometime flood. Okay, uh, wind, fast blowing wind also remove top layer of our soil. And ice, right? Glacier, ice, on a glacier ice melt during a summer season and then it is travel from top to down, and between this traveling the land is getting eroded. The eroded material is carried away or transported by water, wind, etc., and eventually deposit. As I told you, for example, flowing river remove our top layer of earth and it is and that flowing river formed alluvial soil, which is very fine and fertile soil. This process of erosion and deposition create a different landform on the surface of the earth. Now let me read this box. There are thousands of small waterfalls in the world. The highest waterfall is Angel Fall of Venezuela. Venezuela is a country which is located in South America. In South America, the other waterfalls are Niagara Falls, located on border between Canada and USA in the Northern America, and Victoria Fall on the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe in Africa. This is picture of Niagara waterfall. Okay, working of river. Now our topic is working of river. You can see this waterfall. Okay, here land is being eroded and somewhere here it is deposited. Okay, and this is from new landform. Now work of a river. How river play role to form or to deposit the material. The running water in the river eroded the landscape. When the river tumbles at the step angle over a very hard rock or down a step valley side, it form water fall. Okay, this is uh, this kind of waterfall. Okay, when the river tumble at steep angle over a very hard rock. As a river entered the plain, it twisted and turned, forming a large bends known as a minders. Okay, this is minder. Okay, when earth turn, like it is a turning of earth, and when it enter in plane, it twist. Okay, this is twist, student. This is a twist of earth, and uh, twist and turn, forming a large bend known as a mender. Due to the continuous erosion and deposition along the side of the mender, okay, student, the process of erosion and deposition, this process continuously uh, take occur one place or the another place. The process of deposition and erosion occur one place on the another place. Due to the continuance of erosion and deposition along the sides of the minders, the ends of the minders loop come closer and closer. In due courses of time, the Minders loop cuts off from the river and form a cut-off lake, also known as a ox bow lake. Means, student, this Minder come closer and closer and form a lake. Okay, it is after the by the time okay, by the time this minders cut, okay, and come close and close and form a oxbow lake. This is oxbow lake, right? This is formed by flowing river. Okay, so river play a very important role. It form alluvial soil, as well as it form oxbow lake, as well as it form minder. Okay, at a time the river overflow its bank, this leads to flooding of the neighboring area. As it flood, it deposit layer of fine soil, other material called sediments along the bank. This lead to a formation of flat fertile flood plain. Okay, flood plain in a UP and Bihar, generally flood plain form after every monsoon, and that would be a very useful for farmer. Okay, in UP and Bihar, generally farmer start farming after flood. Why? Just because after flood the soil become a very fine and fertile. This lead to a formation of flat fertile floodplain. Okay, floodplain is formed through overflow of river, right? As I explain you that river take so many important material and minerals along with its flowing water, and it form this waterfall as well as minder and oxbow lake. And after a overflow, when river gets overflow, it form floodplain. The raised bank are called leaves. As the river approaches the sea, the span of the flowing water decrease, and the river being to break up into a number of a stream. This is main river. Let me tell you, this is main river and this is distributary. Now what is distributary? Distributary is the meaning of distributary is this river will not meet main river again. Okay, you can see the distributary over here, right? The river becomes so slow that it being to deposit its load. Each distributary form its own mouth. The collection of sediment from all the mouths form delta, right? Distributary and then form a mouth. It is called delta, right? This is picture of these are the delta formed by river. Now another force work of a sea waves. The erosion and deposition of the sea wave gives rise to coastal landform. Okay, sea waves. Sea waves continuously, you know, touch the bank of river and get back into touch of the bank of sea and get into sea again. So this process come and in and out process give rise to coastal landflow. Sea waves continuously strike at the rocks. Cracks develop over a time. They become a larger and wider. Thus, hollow like a caves are formed on the rocks. They are called sea caves. Okay, the waves of sea hit that rock, and eventually by the time it forms sea caves. As these cavities become a bigger and bigger, only the roof of the caves remain, thus a forming sea arch, right? Cave became a bigger and bigger, okay, and became a large, and then it formed sea arch. Further erosion break the roof and only wall are the left. This wall like a fixtures are called stalks. Okay, by the time after the many year it form a stalk. Okay, stakes. This steps rocky coast rising almost vertically above sea water is called sea cliff. This seawater deposits sediment along the shore forming a beaches. Work of ice. Glacier are river of ice which to erode the landscape by bulldozing soil and stone to expose the solid rock below. This is glacier, right? Glacier means river of ice. Glacier carve out deep hollow there. As the ice melt, they get filled up with water and become beautiful lake. As the ice melt, they get filled up with water and become a beautiful lake in the mountain. For example, Lake Leh, Ladakh. Okay, and there are so many beautiful lake. Okay, the material carried by the glacier, such as a rock, big and small, sand and sleet, get deposited. This deposited from glacier moraines. Work of wind. Have you ever visited desert? Try to collect some picture of sand dunes. Okay, the slope which is formed by sand is called sand dunes. An active agent of erosion and deposition in the desert is wind. Okay, uh, in desert you can see rocks in the shape of mushroom, commonly called mushroom rock. Wind erode the lower section of the rock more than the upper part. Therefore, such rocks have narrowed base and winded tops. When the wind blow, it lift and transfers sand from one place to another place. When it stop blowing, the sand fall and gets deposited in low hill like a structure. These are called sand dunes. Okay, the rock of sand. Okay, this called sand dunes. And for your information, student, one can miss direction in desert. Why? Because these sand dunes are keep on moving just because of wind blow. The wind can carry it over very long distance. When such sand is deposited in large area, it is called looses. A large deposits of loose is found in China. We also have a great desert of Thar Desert, which is located in Rajasthan and partially in Kutch. So, student, this is all about this chapter. I will give you another information in recapitulation. Thank you.